Hi there, thank you for joining me for today's practice. Winter is coming. So if you're anything like me, super excited about this upcoming season of Game of Thrones, the final season, and you may have been spending a little bit too much time on the couch watching previous seasons, or at least you're going to be spending quite a bit of time on the couch with this upcoming season. So let's make a start and drop into your inner 7 kingdoms. And for today's practice, we will need a block or a book, or you might want to think about it as your dragon's egg for today's practice. So when you're ready, grabbing your prop, and if you can, with your block, your dragon's egg lengthways, sitting down, feet pointing backwards, and then resting the hands down onto the thighs, and then closing down the eyes. Starting to notice the breath and notice the body. Feeling long through the entire spinal column, soft through the face and soft through the shoulders. And seeing if you can drop into an inner sense of your 3-eyed raven. That place that is knowing, that is wise, and that is intuitive. And allow that sense to fill you. Place of possibility and wonder. Starting to focus on your breathing. And for today's practice, we'll think of our breath as being our dragon's breath, our inner fire. And then let's start to open the eyes. Interlacing the fingers in front of you. Take a big inhale, dragon's breath up towards the chest, and as you exhale, dragon's breath out, pressing the palms of the hands forward, taking a big dragon's breath in, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, releasing your wings down by your side. We'll go again, interlacing the fingers, inhale, dragon's breath in, exhale, dragon's breath out, drawing your navel in, inhale, bring those arms up, and then exhale, releasing those wings all the way down. And let's go again, inhaling, reach the hands up, and then dragon's breath out, pressing the palms of the hands forward, and then taking a big dragon's breath in, exhale, wings out to your side. And now let's take those wings up towards your shoulders and imagine you're wrapping your wings around. And you're going to take your right arm underneath, left arm on top, wrapping those wings nice and tight, lifting those elbows up, letting your seat really ground down. Imagining above the head towards the ceiling is north to Winterfell, and down below is south to King's Landing. Let's take an inhale, reaching up to Winterfell, maybe lifting the sternum up, and then exhale, draw the navel in, heading south to King's Landing. And inhale, reaching up towards Winterfell, and then exhale, south to King's Landing. One more time, inhaling, reaching up, and then exhale. And then inhale, come back to center, unwind your dragon's wings, and we're going to take those arms all the way up again, and then taking your right wing or your right hand onto your upper back, holding onto your the little clip there, softening your lower ribs in, and just letting the eyes rest towards the tip of the nose here. Few steady, deep breaths. And maybe for the last few breaths, you can reach that left hand back and fingertip to fingertip, taking your monkey grip or your wing to wing, reaching that right elbow up. Taking one more full breath, inhaling and then exhaling, unwinding, and then taking your wings back up to shoulder height, taking that left arm underneath, right arm on top, wrapping your wings around nice and tight, really pressing those arms together. And then once again, reaching those hands up to Winterfell, inhale, and then exhale, draw the elbows in to King's Landing. And again, inhale, reaching up to Winterfell, and then exhale, coming south to King's Landing. Last time, inhaling up, and then exhaling south, coming back upright, unwinding the arms, taking those wings out nice and wide, inhaling, taking that left hand onto the upper back, holding onto the elbow, letting those lower ribs soften in, gazing very lightly to the tip of your nose, dropping into that inner three-eyed raven. Whenever you come to your stillness, that sense of knowing. Maybe for these last few breaths, you can take that right hand behind you, reaching up and trying to take hold of your monkey grip with your fingers. One more breath. And then let's gently unwind your wings. And coming off your dragon's egg, let's come over onto all fours, setting up the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, taking that right leg out to the side, right heel in line with that left knee, tucking the left toes under, walk your hands forward and shift your hips back, lengthening out through both sides of the waist here. Finding that breath. That breath being your source of inner fire. And then bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders, releasing the back toes, keeping that right leg out to the side. Take that right wing up towards the ceiling, inhale, and then exhale, softening through that left elbow and trying to thread the wing under. We'll go 2 more times. Inhale, spreading that wing nice and wide. Exhale, bending that left elbow as you try to come through. And then 1 more time, inhaling, and then exhale, threading under. And then let's place that right hand back down. Bring the right leg underneath. Take the left leg out to the side, left heel in line with that right knee, tucking the toes, that right foot under. Walk your hands forward as you shift the hips back. Try to lift the underneath parts of the arms up towards the ceiling. Breath taking center stage. And then let's come up onto both hands, wrists underneath the shoulders, release the right toes down, and then taking that left wing up towards the ceiling now, really reach up, inhale, and then exhale, softening through that right arm, threading it underneath, and 2 more times, inhaling, and then exhale. Inhaling, and exhale. And then coming back up onto both hands, bringing that left leg back in, sitting back towards the heels, coming to your seat. Extending the legs out long in front of you. And then from here, we're going to take hold of the right big toe with a pistol grip. Left hand beside you. If you can't hold your foot, just hold the calf or behind the knee. You might even grab your strap, pop it around the foot. We're going to bring this right knee in towards the armpit and then let it go forward. So thinking about this being like a bow and arrow, we draw the knee in and then we let it fling forward. And then again, inhale, draw the knee in and then exhale to go forward. And then again. So really thinking about this being like a bow and arrow, and you might like to think about who you want taken down in this next season. Is it Cersei Lannister? Is it the Hound? Is it Lord Varys? I don't know who's going to end up on the Iron Throne. That's the big question. Let yourself fold forward, letting the head relax down, just taking a couple moments and really surrendering to whatever is to come. And then coming back up. Right hand by your side now, taking the left big toe with your pistol grip. Drawing that left knee in and then going forward. So bow and arrow-like action. Letting yourself relax as you come forward, just as much as you can. Last few here. And then just letting that left leg settle down, letting yourself just fold forward for a couple of breaths. And then coming back upright, crossing the legs, coming over your knees, and we'll step back into your direwolf. Feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart. Dragon's breath. Strong, smooth, and steady. Now, your direwolf is going to strike forward into your plank position, inhale, and then exhale to press back. Direwolf striking to come forward into your plank position, and then exhale to come back. We'll go one more time. Inhale, direwolf striking to go forward, and then exhale, pressing back. Last time, coming forward, find your plank position. Can you be as strong as Valyrian steel here? Taking one more inhale, come down to the knees, come all the way down onto your belly. Take the hands out wide, so you're on your fingertips. Pressing down through the tops of the feet. Big dragon inhale, coming up, drop the shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale to come down. Big dragon inhale to come up, and then exhale to come down. Last one, inhaling, and then exhale. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into your child's pose. You can bring the palms down to the mat or arms down by your side, relaxing the forehead down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, coming up to a seated position, sitting over to one side. Take your legs out in front of you, lying down on your back. Extending the legs long, feet falling away from one another, arms a little bit away from the body. And taking yourself back to where it all began. Winter fell, with the old gods and the new. And where we found out that winter was coming. And now winter is here. And with that sense of your inner three-eyed raven, allowing yourself to come to complete rest for the next few minutes. Starting to bring the attention back to the breathing. Deepening into the breath. And then when you're ready, spinning the knees up one at a time. Just rolling over to the right hand side. Just taking a little moment here on the right side of the body. And then using that left hand, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed just for the last few moments. Feeling into your seat. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope that you're going to enjoy Game of Thrones as much as I imagine I will. So I'll see you guys next time.